Hello everybody and welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode Series. Today we are here at Michigan for the Firekeepers Casino 400. And this track, I tell you what, it is one big ass 2-mile track here. And we are going to be starting in P last. Oh well, I was going to be in P last, but you can see a couple guys went to the back here. We have Kevin Harvick on pole, and we're friends with Harrison Burton. Corey LaJoie's gone to the back after failing optical scanning station multiple times. And Joe Logano has an engine change after qualifying. And let's just say I had an engine change after qualifying. Basically, what happened was I tried to record this race earlier. And then the game tabbed out on like the second lap. I wrecked myself and a bunch of guys and I DNF'd. I alt F4 because we all know that's just bullshit. And I hate Michigan, but not that much to just let the race go like that. So yeah, that's the story basically. So we'll just say I crashed in qualifying. Anyway, we are underway now going into turn 1. We got to the inside line very quickly here, and now we are gonna ride in line behind BJ McLeod, but we're gonna quickly make it 3 wide on him and Ryan Preece here as we look to gain the draft from Eric Almirola down the back straightaway, and we're gonna go to his inside now, trying to get as many positions as we can early on before this thing really spreads out. The draft is really where you want to be going. It's where you make your moves, and then once the thing starts to spread out, it's going to be very hard to make positions. Up here is now, we're going to go very low here to avoid Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and in fact, we're going to try to go 4 wide here with Daniel Hamrick, Eric Jones, and Daniel Suarez, but it doesn't quite happen as he falls back a little bit as now we go into turn 1 and 2 here. I get a little bit too much of the apron. We go spinning around. We get hit by Justin Allgaier and Chris Buescher. Somehow we don't DNF, and we get a little bit of more of just an old guy there, but yeah, somehow we didn't DNF. We were very lucky, I think, not to, after getting that front-on contact with Chris Buescher there. Fuck, that's my bad, guys. Tell the 178834 I'm sorry, I just fucked up. So yeah, a bit of a mistake there from myself, but now we have to rebound here. We are going to go back racing here. Everybody starts full speed just because I hit somebody after the caution. That was me hitting Allgaier again, and so they're going to go way far away from us here. As now we're going to have only 2 laps in the stage left here at Michigan. And yeah, we got to consider ourselves very lucky to not be out of this thing. So hopefully now we can make a few positions up, and now I know next time not to get a little bit too greedy with getting all that track position done nice and early. But Ryan Truex Jr. now finds himself out in front here at Michigan, and now we're going to catch back up to the rest of this field here very quickly now. Looking to the inside of Ryan Preece and Corey LaJoie, we get past both of those guys, and now to the outside of BJ McLeod, to the inside of Justin Allgaier, and now we get past him as well as Almirola, now to the inside of Daniel Hamrick here. Now on the final lap of stage 1, yeah, this went by very quickly. You can thank me and the caution laps that we skipped because of myself. So now we look to the outside of Michael McDowell here. It's really nice to have the horsepower here to catch these guys up very quickly. So now we find ourselves behind Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I was just riding in behind him here, obviously letting off the gas, because if we touch him, then it's going to count as me trying to wreck him. So eventually we get around him cleanly, and we get past the 47, and now we look to the inside of AJ Allmendinger in the 44. We get past him as well. Now we look to the inside of Chase Briscoe and Matt Benedetto, but the stage ends before we can get past them both here, as that'll be a stage win for Martin Truex Jr. here, and we find ourselves in P31. But now this opens up a little bit of a strategy play for us here, because we came in to fix our damage. We took 4 tires then, so now we take right sides on pit road here, and we go up 15 positions. A really, really good result there, and now we can hopefully find ourselves in contention to get some stage points in stage 2 here, as the green flag is back underway here at Michigan. And like I said, we got to be interested in stage points now, because if I want to win the regular season championship, I got to start getting my act together again, because obviously we threw 2 races array at Martinsville and Dover. So yeah, we got to figure out what not to crash and die every race. That'd be great. Of course, we have DNF'd at Dover twice now in our career. The last 2 races at Dover, we actually crashed. Of course, we had that incident with Michael McDowell wrecking us. And then, of course, we just had the one a few races ago where I bounced myself off the wall, getting a little bit tight off the corner, and, well, the rest was history. But we go 4 wide now. We're in the middle. Ross Chastain just runs us up the track into Eric Jones. I guess he didn't know we're 3 wide, so I just go and door slam him there on the front straightaway. I was not happy at all Yeah, he just basically ran me out of room and forced me into Eric Jones, which was really annoying because Eric Jones is my boy, you know, he's my homeboy. Obviously, we were teammates last season, and yeah, I don't want to be hitting him or anything, so we end up losing a couple positions there right in the high line. That was a good lesson learned. They never go on the high line here at Michigan. It just does not work at all. Works with the AI, I'll tell you that right now. They go around the outside and they just zoom on the straightaways, but yeah, not for us, it seems now, as we get past the 42 car cleanly this time, and I guess he's going to help us out and try draft us, but we ditch him for our boy Joe Logano here, pushes us to the win at Talladega. My guy, my absolute legend of a man here, and he pushes us up to Timmy Hill here, but we're going to go down a few lanes here to go to the inside, and now we look to the inside of Justin Haley and Timmy Hill there, a little bit of contact between them, and then I don't know, Justin Haley freaked out or something, thinking that we're going to hit. He came down a bit, and I hit him, unfortunately. But we all keep it going in the right direction now, as we finally get past the 16 car, and now we look to track down the 99 of Suarez, who is on a mission. Look at him go on the apron there. He's trying to get all he can get. And now he goes to the inside of Larson, and we're going to try to follow him through here to the inside of Eric Jones and Kyle Larson. We go ourselves, and we'll see if we can get clear going into 1 and 2. Yeah, we can. So very nice and easily done there, as now we're trying to catch up to our teammate of Cole Custer in the 41 car. He is winless so far this season. He actually hasn't had a great season so far. He had a good season at last year where he got a win, but yeah, since then he's been quite off now. But we are going to go to his inside here and get clear of him. And then as you can see now, we are going to skip forward just in a moment, which will be right about here to the final 2 laps here. We'll lost another couple of spots back to Eric Jones and Joe Logano, but we go to the inside after catching up to this pack over here. And now we are up into P12 now to the inside of Byron. We got past him, and now Joe Logano, our absolute legend of a homeboy here, is going to give us a push here to the inside of Austin Dillon. And now we are trying to battle for P11 here on the final lap of stage 2. So quite a nice rebound here. We were on 2 right side tires pretty much this whole stage, even though we only had a couple laps on our left sides. But yeah, we've made a nice little rebound here, as now Logano gets past us on the inside, as now we're going to hopefully get some help from Austin Dillon here. But instead we're going to dip to the inside of Joe Logano here, going into turn 3 and 4, getting a huge run on the entry. And now we look to the inside of Austin Cindric here, and all of a sudden we are battling for a playoff point. Sorry, not a playoff point, a stage point. Denny Hamlin wins the stage. He gets himself a playoff point. And at the line, Joe Logano gives us a push past his own teammate to give us a stage point. So yeah, Joe Logano, he's just our boy, you know. He helped us out, and yeah, Denny Hamlin wins the stage. We get ourselves into the P10, so a nice comeback for us. And so now that we have the track position, we are going to be on the same strategy as everyone else, and we actually pick up a spot on pit road. Somebody, I guess, had some problems because they went way down the order, and now we find ourselves in P9 for the restart on the bottom here, which is absolutely perfect as we go back green flag racing here for the final stage at Michigan. Who's going to come home with the win? Can we get ourselves up to the front? And do we have a car fast enough to maybe get the win? We'll have to find out. But as you can see, Daniel Suarez, he is ahead of us. He is on a mission right now. Of course, he won the Coca-Cola 600, so he definitely has some confidence going for himself right now. And of course, Harrison Burton as well, the guy he was battling with right now. Harrison Burton had a very nice run last race, a top 10 run at Kansas. So yeah, those are a couple teams that seem to have found their footing here in this season, as now we look to the inside of Martin Truex Jr., where suddenly going for a position in the top 5. Well, we have a position in the top 5. We're looking for P4 right now on Martin Truex Jr. now with Harrison Burton. He's trying to now get to our back bumper and give us a push, but we can't quite get clear of the 19 car, and I actually ride him up high a little bit there, so sorry, MTJ. You're going to have to deal with that real quickly. As now here comes Joe Logano to try to give us yet another push. This guy, absolute beast of a man right here. But we do eventually get PostRace Jr. in the 19 car. We get clear of him now, as we are going to drop a fat skip forward here, because those front 3 just ran away from us. Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, and Daniel Suarez. They were gone. They ran away. And it was literally just me, Logano, and Martin Truex Jr., and Harrison Burton just battling each other. So I mean, that's alright, I guess. But yeah, nowhere near faster P4. and then nowhere near slower than P7. So we had a decently fast car today, which is pretty good. And now we are battling basically on the final 2 laps here. And as you can see, this is what was going on. But we get a very loose there off the corner. That did not happen at all whatsoever just until now. So that kind of got me worried. But there is only just a lap and a half to go here at Michigan, and we go and send it in here on Joey Logano here, trying to get clear of Harrison Burton as well, but we just quite can't get enough on them here. And then we go down the front stretch here on the final lap as Denny Hamlin, he looks like he is going to cruise to victory, but the battle is for us getting a top 5 and getting our goal position right now as we're going to send it in here in turn 1 and 2, but it's going to be a very poor entry. And that might have cost us this top 5 because here comes Harrison Burton. And we are far away from Martin Truex Jr. now to get P4. But Joey Logano once again being the homeboy, helping us out, giving us a push down the back straightaway. And now we're going to get a huge run going into the final corner here as we get a huge run on the bottom lane. We slide up in front of Harrison Burton, who was trying to get past Martin Truex Jr. And he's going to give us a push now, as now we are going to secure the top 5. Hamlin wins, and at the line, Truex just beats us out for P4 as we get P5 in the end. So a great day for us. We'll definitely take that after spinning out earlier on. But let's go to your final results here. Denny Hamlin wins, of course. And you see in the top 10, Harrison Burton and Eric Jones with some nice runs today. And then we'll go through your top 20. Austin Cindric needed a nice run today. He got it. And you'll also see Justin Haley in the top 20 as well. So a nice run for him. And then the rest of your top 30 here, you can see the 2 Ganassi cars here as well. And yeah, DiBenedetto, Ryan Blaney struggling today, which won't be good for their playoff hopes. But yeah, there's the rest of your running order. No DNS for today as we get P5, 783K in the bank, and almost 250,000 fans gained for that race. So yeah, a very successful day, I guess, after what could have been a very poor one. But here's your current standings here. Now we have 5 two-time winners this season, 9 different winners this season. And there is the rest of your playoff grid with all the Hendrick guys, a couple of the Penske guys, and of course Tyler Reddick as well. Christopher Bell, the first guy, he is out right now. And you got Matt DiBenedetto, Timmy Hill, our 2 teammates of Chase Briscoe, Cole Custer, that are struggling a little bit right now and may need to pick it up these next few races if they really want to challenge for these playoffs here. But yeah, they need maybe a win at this point. We'll have to see, but still 10 races left in the regular season, of course. And for your battle for last year, BJ McLeod currently chilling in P last. But that is going to do it for today's race here at Michigan. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed. I appreciate all the support on this series, and I'll see you all in the next race at Sonoma.